This is JD and Christina Manier with the Conservative Commandos radio show here at Orlando's CPAC 2022. And our next guest, Jennifer Raybon, is running for U.S. House Rep here not far from Orlando in District 15. And welcome to the Conservative Commando radio show.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
You're an attorney.
Yeah.
And you're legal counsel helping the Republican assemblies here.
Yes.
And you already are deep into issues that our country needs to solve.
Absolutely. Right now we're tackling the election fraud issue.
Yes.
And we are reaching out and working with the Mike Lindell team. And we are, personally, I have sent out over 60 public requests of information to the local supervisor of election offices requesting information specifically that relates to election fraud in Florida.
That is so important because you are on the cutting edge of that across the country. But we listened to Donald Trump last night, an incredible CPAC speech, and multiple times. In fact, his closing statements in issues dealt with the election fraud of 2020.
Correct.
That is so dear in our hearts.
Yes.
And God bless you, Jennifer, taking on this very important task.
Thank you. If we do not address the 2020 election, there is no point in having any other election. We have got to fix 2020 and restore the confidence in Americans that the election has integrity and that it works. Because if the Americans feel like their vote doesn't count, they're just not even going to show up to vote. And so we have to make sure for the Republic that we restore that faith in our system.
Well, I know we even talked to Mike Lindell for a few minutes out here at CPAC.
Right.
And he's hopeful. He's really hopeful that some of these attorney generals are coming on board, and we're going to see how things play out this spring. And he's working with Donald Trump as well, we know. So this is a key issue, America, with a key woman stepping up to the plate, a very courageous, strong woman, conservative Christian woman here to tackle the issues. And we have many issues. I mean, the geopolitical fight is just mounting worldwide, and it's coming down on the West.
Yeah.
We listened to Trump talk about Ukraine. We need someone like you in the 15th district, sweeping the House, replacing Nancy Pelosi, and getting our course reset. Would you agree, Christina?
Yeah. I am triple in agreement to all you guys. But let me ask you also, you have not come from a political area because you've been as an attorney, as a lawyer. Is that correct? What caused you, what was put in your heart to move into this?
Well, I own my own business.
And you do?
I do. And I have a law practice here in Orlando.
Okay.
And honestly, I was quite comfortable just being an attorney. But it has gotten to the point in our country that as a citizen, we all have to do everything we can to move our country forward and to get past where we are. And so I recognized that our representation in District 15 was weak and it was not pushing back against the establishment as needed. And so I felt, if not me, who?
Exactly.
And so, I stepped up to the plate and said, you need somebody in Washington who has a backbone, who understands laws, who understands what needs to be done up there and push back against the establishment. And so I'm going up there to advocate for the people's voice in District 15 and to advocate for freedom. I mean, there's an assault on our freedoms in this country, and our government has expanded way past what is constitutionally allowed. And so, again, my goal is to go up there and advocate for our people and advocate for freedom and advocate for really important issues like becoming energy independent again.
Amen.
Yes.
We talked with Mercedes Schlapp here, Vice President of CPAC, and her husband, Matt. And, she agrees. The Green New Deal, the leftist progressive global warming schemes have paid for Putin's war machine.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
When Donald Trump, and he spoke yesterday, he said, look, it was $20 and $30 a barrel when I was president, and we were dominant in the energy production sector of the world. And he goes, it's been turned around, and so Putin's getting over $100 a barrel, and that's what's fueling his war machine and in Iran. And it's so important what you're grasping the issues. It's not to go up there and get along.
Right, absolutely. Oh, no. That is a different time and a different era. That is not where we are right now. We are going up there to reclaim the American's voice and to retake our freedoms. And again, exactly what you're saying. Not only does the administration's behavior fuel the Putin war machine.
Yes.
But it directly hurts individuals' households here. I mean,
Oh, yes.
our gas
Absolutely.
prices are up, our grocery prices are up,
Yeah.
everything is up. And it's all from a lack of leadership
Yeah.
and shutting down the pipeline
Right.
in
Yeah,
the
that's
United
huge.
States and closing off areas where we can drill. And again, that is taking money right out of the wallets of American citizens.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be that. We know it doesn't have to be that way because
Yeah.
under Trump it wasn't.
Yeah, that's right. So you are advocating the people's voice.
That's it.
I love that. Not your voice,
Right.
but working with the people.
Correct.
Partnership with the people. Because there are people that are stepping up, and you're part of that. Just to step in with them.
It's a total grassroots movement
That's
right
what
now.
I did to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
Pro-life, pro-family,
Very much.
pro-growth,
Yes.
Yep.
pro-military.
Absolutely.
These are critical issues.
They are.
Because we're being cut off at the knees.
And pro first responder as well. You know,
Yes.
defund
Yeah.
our police. I
Yeah.
mean, that's
Right.
insanity. And I mean, that's the thing. It's amazing to me the level of insanity that's going on up there. I come from a family of first responders. My mother, my sister, our nurses, my brother's
Okay.
battalion chief. Again, love law enforcement. And so, again, we have to restore law and order to our cities because you want to raise your family in a city that you feel safe.
Key point. It's been brought up many times and needs to be hammered home. Safety.
Yes.
National security and domestic security. I mean, they're tied together.
They are.
We need an advocate like you, and it means a difference. We want the Republicans to sweep in and buy 20, 30
Yeah.
seats, but
Right.
what if it's just one seat? I mean, it all matters. How can people support you? We're going to right away. We're going to say how
Right.
can they get on board
Right.
with your website and social media so
Absolutely.
they can support you.
Just find me on the internet at JenniferRaybonForCongress.com. That's RAYBON. JenniferRaybonForCongress.com.
Okay.
From there, there'll be links to social media, but
Sure.
that's where you can primarily find me.
Hottest buttons and the weakness. Let's talk about the weakness of your opponent right now, because the people are going to be very sensitive in the primaries. They're going to want the strongest leadership
Right.
that equates to their values.
Right.
And go ahead and you can talk about the incumbent that you want to unseat.
That's
Well,
right.
I think probably the strongest point against him would be the fact that when he was specifically asked about the election fraud,
Right.
his answer was Republicans need to do a better job campaigning in 2022.
Oh,
I
He
agree.
completely ignored his constituents' concerns for the election fraud. Even if he didn't personally believe it, he's got all of the people in his community saying, we want answers, and he's just blowing them off saying, we just need to do a better job campaigning. So we know for a fact that there was election fraud. That's not even in
Sure.
question.
Right.
The issue is how vast, how far-reaching was it? Did it affect the election results?
yes.
And how do we fix it going forward? And so those issues have to be resolved before we
Yeah.
get to 2022
They do. And when is your primary?
in August.
In August. So you
Yes.
have some months.
Yes.
But to really rev up even after CPAC. Now, was this your first CPAC?
No. I was
You did
here
a
last
few.
year as well.
And what do you think is different between this year and last year? With the
Well,
CPAC?
the beautiful thing was that everybody wasn't masked this year. That
I
was
know,
really
right? That's
different.
right.
that was really a struggle last year. But again, the enthusiasm of the Patriots here, where every single person is finding where they can plug in,
Yes.
whether it be going to the school board and complaining about what's being taught to our children,
Right.
or volunteering for campaigns, or stepping up like I did to actually enter the political race.
Sure.
Everybody is looking for how can I make a difference, and so
Right.
that's what's really different here. It's not we're long past delegating to somebody else to fix our problems. It's
Right.
like it's up to us at this point.
Good.
You have the backing of the Republican assemblies here in Florida.
Yes.
And you have associations and strong ties. You're helping, not only getting support, but you're helping the Lindell team. We're
Correct.
all working together on
We're all
this.
working together.
Good.
And so truly you're out there in the cutting edge,
Yeah.
solving the issues of our country. And so we say God bless
Yes.
Jennifer as
Yes.
we get up near a heartbreak. So one more time, let's let all our audience members know how to get a hold of you and support
Right.
your campaign.
Yes, please find me at JenniferRaybonForCongress.com. My personal cell phone is on the website. You can call me. You can email me. I will definitely respond to you.
Thank you for coming on the Street Command Radio Show here at CPAC, Jennifer.
All right, thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. All right.
you.
Good deal.